It's time once again to be able to introduce you to another member of the Bucknell Athletics Hall of Fame, class of 2021. This is Christa Matlack from the soccer program. Christa, wow, what an honor.
It is wonderful to be here. I'm so excited and just, feel blessed and honored to be a part of the 2021 Hall of Fame class.
You set so many records here at Bucknell. You were so good at scoring, Offensive Player of the Year a couple of times in the Patriot League. Why were you so good at striking, at getting that ball and putting it in the net?
I would say that it wasn't just me. It was a lot of my teammates and their ability to really find the ball at my feet. Their ability to find the through passes and just learn how to play with me and learn how to play with me quickly. That really led to a lot of my success and, gave me a lot of breakaway opportunities, which one-on-one with a keeper is a lot easier than, trying to shoot with a bunch of defenders in your way. So, I owe a lot of that success and a lot of the goal scoring to my teammates.
Yeah, you were one-on-one with some goalkeepers many times, but I remember distinctly calling many Bucknell soccer games where I would always say, if she is even, she's leaving. If you had a defender by your side, that person would be 2, 3, 4 steps behind you. Were you a track star in high school?
I actually only ran track 1 year. I ran track my sophomore year. I did go to states that 1 year in the 200 and the 100. But I did false start in the 100, but I did place 6th in the 200. So, but track just wasn't something that was really a passion of mine. So, after that, I chose to focus more on soccer. And I actually did play softball a little bit too in high school.
Great athlete. What was it about soccer, the beautiful game, if you will? What was it that drew you to that sport, and why is it you loved it and was your passion?
I don't know. So I really knew, and my mom will tell you this, that I knew I wanted to play soccer before I was even old enough to play soccer. Every time she was taking my brother to baseball practice, I would point out the window at the kids playing soccer on the field, and I said, "Hey, Mom, I want to play that." And when I was old enough, she put me into AYSO. And it's just, I fell in love with I think there's so much activity and movement, and the ball doesn't stop, the play doesn't stop. You're constantly thinking and adjusting and doing all of these different things. And as I learned the game and, more of the possession style and the strategy behind it, it became even more interesting to me to try to problem solve. And it's almost like a puzzle. How can we move the ball so we move the defenders so we can get a goal scoring opportunity? So I think it's a lot of that that really drew me to soccer and kept me involved.
And your teammates, you mentioned it before, you had great teams that were at the top of the Patriot League. Did they feed off you? Did you feed off them? Was it kind of a symbiotic relationship in some ways to your teammates?
I think it was a symbiotic relationship. I think, they knew when I came in I was going to always work my hardest. I knew they were going to do whatever they had to do. And, a lot of games we just played for each other. There was just a lot of passion behind it. We were like a family. So, I knew no matter what, I was working for them and they were working for me, and we were going to try to do this together. And I think that led to a lot of our success. It wasn't just, that we were good athletes and very skilled. Technically, it was also that off the field we were great friends and had that chemistry both on and off the field, and I think that led to a lot of success on the soccer field for us.
A lot of people may not realize how physical the game of soccer is, particularly in the Patriot League on the men's side and even the women's side. How did you combat the physical nature of some of the teams trying to oppose you and trying to stop you?
The weight room.
Okay.
So Jerry Schreck was a wonderful asset to me and my teammates. One of my teammates, JD, and Caitlin Holtz, we actually went to the weight room as partner lifts a lot together. And, JD always pushed me to do better in the weight room, and Caitlin was always there with me at the 6 a.m. lifts as my lifting buddy. And I think that Jerry pushing all of us to just do better and get stronger and faster was really what helped me personally really excel and start to do better my sophomore, junior, and senior year because I started to take the weight room a little bit more seriously because I saw the difference it made from my freshman fall to my sophomore season, just in being able to hold the ball at my feet, not get knocked over, and really be able to fight and battle for 50-50s.
Was there any game, any moment of any game in particular that stands out in your mind here, Christa?
I think when we played, Penn State at Holmes Stadium, and we did end up tying them, and it was just an incredible feeling to play such a large opponent and perform so well. It was disappointing, obviously, that we didn't come away with a goal or anything to try to get that win, but it's not every day that a small school like Bucknell has the opportunity to play a big opponent and perform so well against them. So I think that was like a full team effort, from our goalkeeper all the way up to the front line. It was just, leave it all out there. And, playing under the lights on home stadium and on Emmett Field was just an incredible atmosphere. And because it was such a big opponent, there was just all of the fan base that was there to watch, like all the local communities. It was exciting.
Well, speaking of local communities, you're from a local community just up the road in Williamsport, so that game probably meant a little extra special to you, didn't it?
Yes, yeah. So a lot of my home games were special to me. A lot of my high school teammates would come back, and a lot of the youth players in the area would come watch because they knew who I was, and that still to this day, I know a lot of people in the community who their daughters are growing up, and they'd say, "Hey, we came and watched you play at Bucknell," and it's wonderful that like I was able to kind of be that role model for them, and watching them grow up now, and working with some of them in like individual training sessions and team camps and stuff throughout the summer has been incredible. To just kind of be able to pass that on to them.
Growing up in the local area, you later, after you graduated, coached at Penn College. You were the head coach there. So you learned from Coach Landis and so forth in the coaching realm, and you took that and wanted to become a coach. How come?
I want to give the knowledge and the passion for the sport that I have to young women, and also try to guide them to become the best version of themselves they can be, whether that's just as a student athlete, but most importantly, just as an individual that's going to go off and do something other than be a soccer player in the future. Teach them independence and strength, and like how do we deal with adversity, all those important skills, time management, stuff that I learned as an athlete here. I love to be able to work with them and try to have them understand the importance of it and how it's going to impact them later in life.
Could you see yourself one day coming back to Bucknell and coaching here, maybe the head coach?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I would love to be a part of the athletics department again here, and whether that's as an advisor or a volunteer assistant or any type of coaching involvement that I could get, it would be wonderful to join the program. Now, obviously, it holds a special place in my heart. It always will, and I would love to be able to give back.
Well, you hold a special place in our heart. Congratulations, Christa. What a great honor.
Thank you so much.
Christa Matlack from the class of 2021, the Bucknell Athletics Hall of Fame.